said, my name is Uday, and mostly my work is related to environmental monitoring using remote sensing. So today I will give you an idea of what research I am doing. It's a very specific topic, and I hope it's not too technical. So the title of my talk is Topographic Correction of Landsat data to improve the accuracy of forest classification in mountainous area. So we do have forest classification maps from ministries, but there are certain errors in pre-processing, and on global or as well as local scale, they haven't been taken this specific issue seriously. So I will tell you how it can be fixed, and the particular this problem, how it improves the accuracy of forest classification methods that people are using for a while. So the outline of my talk, first I will introduce you what is topographic effect and how to correct it. The study area which we used for test, what methodological approach and models we use to see the difference between different methods and how it affects on forest classification and its accuracy, and what are the limitations still we have in this particular model. So first I would like to give you a basic definition of remote sensing. So this is important to understand because you will see a lot of technical words in further slides, and then you might get confused. So this is a very basic principle of remote sensing. So the remote sensing is collecting information about an object without being in physical touch. So either it works with camera, satellite, it's the same. So this is particular, the satellite use sun as a source of energy. So lights come down and some energy get absorbed by the objects on the surface, and the radiation which go back, it again satellite captures and give us the picture. So this is what happened in theoretically. But so the reflectance is the only number of the picture we get from satellite at the end. So how this output looks like? So these are some sample images which I have just Googled and pressed here. So how they look like. So when you see satellite data, they have different resolution, different different temporal and spatial resolutions. So in this middle, it's Landsat, which is moderate resolution image, and you see this gray color, and this bottom, maybe Econos, some high resolution satellite data. So I would like to give you the most famous freely available satellite, which is Landsat. Over 40 years, the database available from this particular mission, which is launched by NASA in 1972. So there were 8 satellites launched by NASA until now, but most of them are failed. But the most successful mission was the Landsat 5, which had data for almost 30 years, and currently the Landsat 8, which is in operation from February 2013. So, as I mentioned before, the remote sensing principle works on the reflectance of light. So the light is coming to object and reflecting back. But if we put some mountain in the path of light, what will happen? Anybody have idea? If the light coming from sun, we put the mountain in the path of light, what will happen? It will reflect. So normally what happens, the light comes to object, it absorbs certain amount of energy, and the reflection go back. But here it's not happening. If we have mountain or any other object, the energy gets blocked and reflects only from the surface of object. But other part is always in shadow. So we don't get direct reflectance in reality. So this is very big problem in forest because not all, but most of forest belts are located at certain elevation, and it's normally mountainous area. So the solar light coming from sun, it directly gets reflected towards satellite, but the another part is always in dark. So when you get the data, it has specific issue with the mountain shadow. So the reflectance values from satellite in shadow and non-shadow areas are different. So why we need topographic correction? So this is the problem and why we need topographic correction. So what we've done, we have made one land use map, land road map. It's very simple map, and then have some basic land use. For example, agriculture, forest, water, urban area, and agriculture. And meanwhile, we also prepare the hillshade maps in Thailand and the high elevation slopes. And then we compare these maps with our the hillshade and other classification. So you see, this is the forest area, the green one, but exactly in the middle of forest, it is classified as a water body. And when we zoom in, there was mountain, not actually water. So, and this you see the cyan color, which is also agriculture class, which not the forest exactly. But we are positive that it's not the forest. Sorry, we are positive it's forest, but because of this illumination effect, we are getting different reflectance value. And this is the case in Thailand. So, another map we prepared of land use, and we see the same effect. So this was a very common problem, so we decided to fix it. Then, what is topographic correction? The topographic correction is nothing but the removing this topographic effect from satellite images, and which certainly improves the accuracy of classification. So in real image, this is just example. So it looks like this. So this is the normal image, but if there is some mountain or shadow available, the pixel value or image looks a little bit darker than the normal image. So just for your information, topographic effects are the effect caused by mountain shadows, and the correction is the correcting this effect. So these are two different terms, please don't get confused with it. So what we have done, we use methodological approach. So this equation is to calculate the illumination effect, calculate the illumination of satellite, and then it needs slope, aspect, and other parameters. So we have tested Landsat 5, 2005 image for initial analysis, and then we can apply several topographic correction models, and we can generate the corrected image. So I don't want you to bother about this equation because it's too technical. So this was the real framework we applied. So we have calculated the illumination condition using incident angle, slope angle, solar angle, and a lot of other parameters. So these are 5 major methods we have tested in this particular case. The first one is cosine, linear, C correction, sun canopy sensor method, and gamma correction. And all parameters we have used, they are listed here. So what we have, the study area, we are testing these images in Khao Yai and Kaplan National Park. I think most of you are familiar with this study area. And we use also digital elevation model. This model gives you the topographic elevation information, and the image which we have used, you can find the row and ID of Landsat is 12850, and the other necessary parameter you can calculate from the name and other input parameter we mentioned before. So what happens before and after topographic correction? This happens. So I try to avoid all statistics and everything. So this is the output we got after applying these all 5 correction methods. So if you see virtually, this is the original image which has the shadows, and then C correction, linear performs well. It's just virtual interpretation, and the gamma, cosine, and SCS have artifacts. It doesn't mean that it's wrong, but just it performs not well for this particular study area. So then we use some statistics and we came with conclusion that C correction and linear method performs well as compared to others. So also you can see from the original analysis, our original result we have before. And then we decided to check. So we organized a team of experts. So I was just taking pictures actually, but other people like from Ministry of Forest, and we went to field survey. So these are some pictures what we are doing there, and the black lines, they are the route we follow with our car, and then these red dots show the sample collected. So we went there for 1 week, and we have collected around 200 samples. So, and after coming back, we have done again the analysis or reanalyzed our result, and then we confirm that the C correction method performs well. And then these are the photographs we have taken on field. So this linear method gives us little bit overcorrection. So it doesn't mean that it performs bad, but for just particular case, it's not working that well. So then after that, we have this whole result that C correction method performs better, and then we use this into our forest classification framework. So this is our method. So what we done, we have used this C correction output to as a surface reflectance. And first we have segment forest and non-forest area from this image, and then we have used training data and training samples to classify these images using maximum likelihood approach, and then we have done accuracy assessment. So this is what we see in the end. So it doesn't mean that it's correct, so we have to confirm it more. So for more details, here is the analysis of the forest classification before, and here is the after. So there is a certain changes in area, like the bamboo has not been changed, but mixed deciduous forest before it was 26%, and after that it reduced to 23%, and then dry evergreen forest was 64%, but it's currently classified to 67%. So these are some area information, but it's not gives you exact idea how much correct it is. So then again, I told you we have done field survey. Then we have selected 78 most suitable points to target only the limited areas. And then this is the accuracy assessment we have done. So after accuracy assessment, without topographic correction, we have achieved accuracy around 75.56, which is not acceptable. And then after with topographic correction, we have improved accuracy about 66.66%. So the current accuracy is 82.22, and the kappa coefficient also went to 0.66. So this is the confusion matrix. That's how we evaluate how much our results are correct. So if you see, the dry evergreen forest without topographic correction was 69.57%. It means that the pixels of dry evergreen forest currently classified at 69.57%, and there was misclassification around 31%. But after topographic correction, the accuracy of correctly classified pixels has been increased to 82.61, and the misclassification is less as compared to without topographic correction. And this happened with the dry evergreen forest, but mixed deciduous forest is not much affected. Our result doesn't show any significant with the mixed deciduous forest. So this is one limitation. It has to do with the reflectance values, because the reflectance values come from the evergreen forest. Normally they are consistent, but mixed deciduous forest might be different. So it haven't improved yet. So yeah, so that's what we have done, and this was accuracy improvement. include, but this is not very common practice with the ministries or local researchers to use this as a pre-processing method. But if we could implement the topographic correction, especially for mountainous area, the accuracy can be improved. In our case, we have 6.66%. So, in conclusion, like the mountain shadows shows high influence in Thai forest also. So our result shows that C correction is the best method, which we evaluate using the least change in mean and reduce standard deviation. And there is also coefficient of variance you can also calculate and check the accuracy of your topographic correction method. So this particular one method is performed very well for evergreen forest, but it gives us, it performs less with the mixed deciduous forest. It's maybe the heterogeneity of pixel, that value varies from one pixel to another. And in our total classification, we have improved accuracy by 6.66%. So we highly recommend that to use topographic normalization method in Thailand also when we classify the forest, especially mountainous area. So we just even travel. This is picture I captured, and you believe it or not, it's my hand. And the monkey, yeah, we met in Khao National Park. So that's what I have done until now for this very specific topic, and we are trying to get publication to make sure that our findings are correct. So that's all from my side.
Thank you very much today for very intensive talk on your methodology development, and it's showing, reflects the increase on our work and to be more effective, right, and more high quality of the TIS. And this will be applied in several studies that need to be classified of the type of forest. So, any comments, any opinions, any questions, please?
I think it's a very nice and easy to understand presentation.
I try to provide all.
That is good. That's good. So that because you're speaking to a broad audience, so it's better that way. So because easy to understand. So thanks. I was just curious, you showed all 6 methods or something for correction. And then you said that, okay, this one is working well in this, but you emphasized also that it's not necessary that this one will work better in all circumstances. So is there any standard way in which you know that for which kind of topography you use which correction, or you have to do the
Actually, this is the very wide question. This cannot be performed because every topography and forest have different reflectance value, particular. So it varies from region to region. So NASA, they provide data, they have geometric correction and radiometric correction done. But this cannot be achieved on global scale. So this is the reason we have to have lot of local validation. So this is more like validation of our area if somebody want to know which method is better. But like in some study area, in some research, they found that the linear method works better to this one. So we are not sure, but for Thailand, that's what we have. But there is no global standard for this one.
So you say that for Thailand, C correction is better no matter what?
Well, it depends. Like we tested in Khao, but we should test in Chiang Mai also. So make sure that our findings are matched with what we are saying now. So it's only on one study area. Plus there is one more thing we should. This is only one time stamp, like 2005. We should test with 2010, 1990. Then it's more reasonable, how to say, findings we can say is correct or not.
You should try all the good locations, right? Khao Yai, Chiang Mai, and Phuket.
The question is about you are using visible radiation. You're not using other band of radiation.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. This one, right?
No, the equation because you're using visible band of radiation. You're not using infrared band.
No, we are correcting all 6 bands. So which include near infrared and short wave infrared also. So So this one, this 5, okay, sorry, it's name one of Landsat physics. Landsat have 6 band. So RGB 1, 2, 3, and then we have near infrared and short wave infrared. So if we use short wave infrared, the forest easy to see as compared to other methods. So that's why we use the short wave infrared. But 4 is near infrared too. So just this visualization. But we correct every single band to improve the illumination effect of satellite.
How do you count or measure the forest area? Eventually, do you do this just visually?
No, this is automatic. This whole, everything is automated. The atmospheric, the topographic correction, this classification is automatic. We just get the final output in the end. So this like first we have the image, satellite image, which is quite larger. Like the original satellite image, something look like this. Yeah, this is total image of study area. And then, just to avoid confusion, first we separate the forest among forest. So this is the forest area. There is some tool segmentation you can do, find the threshold, and then separate the forest type, and then we perform the supervised classification. So we use the training data set from field and train the model to find which class is correct. So there is one more question you might have. The bamboo belongs to mixed deciduous class, I think. Why it's separated here? So in this study area, bamboo is also one of the dominant species. So we try to keep it separate. The bamboo also belongs to mixed deciduous category, but in this study area, it's dominant species. So we classify it separately to see if bamboo performs something different than other forest types.
I have some questions because you try your method development with the mixed deciduous and the dry evergreen,
Yes.
and you found that it's good in terms of deciduous.
Dry evergreen forest.
Dry evergreen, right?
Yes.
But I saw it.
No, actually dry evergreen. It's only works with the dry evergreen. Mixed deciduous is not working still. Diagnosis is set, not changing.
So what led to the difference between dry?
The problem is that mixed deciduous forest, I mean, I'm not really expert in forest species, but they show different spectral values because mix of species. But in dry evergreen, the reflectance is stable. So the reflectance value we get, they are quite stable in dry evergreen forest as compared to mixed deciduous. So this 20% misclassification still, I don't know how to improve it. So we are working on it. But there are some other models also we can check how they perform. There is possibility they can work better.
Right. So this are not yet go down to the species of the plant in the forest. It's just the type of the forest.
It is, but the Landsat is moderate resolution satellite, so it has limitation. If we work with high resolution satellite, it might work better. But this is like very largest data for environmental monitoring, so people use and it's freely available. So there are some recommendations as to made in this particular topic to improve the classification accuracy. Because in Thailand also ministry they don't consider this. They call it pre-processing. It's not the real processing, it's only pre-processing. So just prepare input data accurately to, to get accurate result. But in most of the researchers, they directly use image and they don't do anything about it. They just use. So always there is always some uncertainty in calculations. But our project is related with the carbon tracking. So we would like to introduce that this uncertainty can be improved at national scale also.
And can this be used in the agricultural land?
There is one paper I saw, but the agriculture is in mountain then normally there is flat plain in Thailand, so I'm not sure. But there is one study has been done in Chiang Mai. But they found the linear method was better for that. Chiang Mai is so.
Right. That makes that one will be a T options. Any questions? Any comments? I recognize your hand actually. Okay, if there is no more questions, so